So hi guys, welcome back to our video. In this video you notice that I have already changed my bike here. So welcome back to the class 2B, which is 200cc or below for our foreign viewers. So in this video we want to share about why 2B bikes are more practical or are the best in Singapore. And why did I downgrade myself from an unlimited class to a 125 to be precise here? So number one, the most important factor is the border closure. You can't really ride out of Singapore, so that's the first thing that triggers me to actually downgrade or to change my bike to a smaller CC class. So without the border opening, you really don't need a big bike as you can't unleash the power. As you can see here, there's always so much car on the road, and Singapore is pretty strict in terms of traffic rules. For a class 2 bike, generally you are not using more than, I would say, like 25 to 30% of the bike potential. So I see no point in terms of owning a powerful bike but you can't fully utilize or unleash the power. There's no fun to it. So the second reason is speed limit. Since the closure of border, I have been receiving speed tickets or warning quite frequently while I was owning a big bike. So it was also related to the point that we mentioned about the power. So bigger bike have more power. Okay, you tend to have a naughty right hand that you want to maintain a certain speed. Not just that, but because powerful bike with higher compression ratio usually are hotter if you ride them super slow. So you tend to ride a little bit faster, and that little bit faster gets you into trouble. So I also did an observation on my average speed in Singapore, generally anywhere from 40 plus to 60 kilometers per hour. That's the average speed that we are doing in Singapore, unless your journey is pure highway. But in my case, you can see most of them are non-highway. I would say 50-50. So my general average speed is pretty low or lower. So to say that this 125 or this 2B bike don't really allow you to exceed your speed limit. So it helps you to be a good road user, and then definitely you won't have any chance of receiving any speed ticket. That's one good point about 2B bike. And also in Singapore, there's a lot of red light. So red light to red light, you don't gain much speed also. Okay, third is the cost of ownership. For bigger class bikes, usually the cost of ownership are higher because of the complexity of the engine. You require more attention to maintain the engine, to keep it in condition, like your engine oil, your spark plug. There's more electronics. Not only that, your road tax, your insurance, and also your fuel consumption, all your wear and tear are slightly more expensive if you compare them with a 2B bike. Bigger tires, higher fuel consumption, etc., etc. In normal days, I felt that it's okay to pay the price of owning a bigger class bike, to pay double the price for your tires, double the price for almost everything. But if you come to think of it, back to the first point that we point out, the usage part. If you're only using like 30% of the motorcycle or the vehicle that you have, and you are paying 200% of the price, it doesn't make sense. And if you look at the cost of ownership, not just basic servicing, maintenance, your fuel price in Singapore, wow, it has been increasing since lockdown. Correction, since the circuit breaker. I would say that it will only go up north. So generally, if you are just commuting in Singapore, go out for some night ride, do you really need that speed and power and paying that price, or that money can put in better use? So that's something that have been puzzling me a lot lah. Whoa, what are they doing? Okay, the last part is about the COE. So the trending for the COE as for 2021 has been moving up north because of the limited quantity versus the amount of people who wish to have a bike ownership. And because my previous bike is due for COE renewal, and back to the same point again, the border closure. The main wet blanket is after you pay that premium, will you be able to enjoy the bike? And my answer is no, at least for up to 2022, I would say. So if I can't enjoy the bike to its potential, or maybe at least 75% of the bike, why would I want to pay a premium and then just put it to waste? And you know, motorcycles are depreciating asset. It will go down in value over time. So there's no reason why you put your money there and then see it disappear on a daily basis. So after riding this 125cc 2B bike, I would say that 2B bike in Singapore is less. Less is more. This reminds me of a quote that I heard somewhere, or some wisdom lah. It's always fun to ride a small bike fast, and it's never fun to ride a big bike slow. I can truly live by that now. Will I permanently stay in the 2B category? My answer is no. No way. As you can see, the 2B bike doesn't have acceleration. So this is my full throttle, and it's not accelerating very quickly. I would definitely get back a class 2 bike or a class 2A, depends on what I wish to try out then, once the border opens. That's for sure. I would say 2B bikes are definitely good for commuting and city fun. But once you are in a highway or a bigger stretch of road, the fun story ends there. It's very practical, but we know practical things are usually towards the boring side. Another reason why I will never permanently stick myself to a 2B bike is because of the cost. Yes, just now we mentioned it's much more affordable to own a 2B bike in terms of maintenance and long-term ownership. But however, while I was looking around for 2B bike recently, I realized that the 2B bike, Tesla. So the 2B bike market is a little bit non-logical, I would say. First, we know that the new bike is expensive because of the COE. The COE can cost almost sometimes double the cost of machine. But on the used market, you realize that most of the 2B bikes are crazily expensive. And some model, I don't understand what the seller is thinking about. They are selling in terms of depreciation value, it's higher than a new bike. And you also see bikes that has 2 years left of COE that they are selling at $5,000, which means a year of depreciation is close to $2,500. Non-logical to me, man. That's class 2A, class 2 kind of depreciation. I guess probably they are taking advantage of the high COE and also the demand of smaller bike, where people like me actually wanted to, temporarily stop riding big bike. I guess so. Supply and demand. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. See you on the next video. Bye bye.